Okay, so I am in the MG EZS. The EV market is now at a turning point. The days of laying out the equivalent to a small house so you can clean up your carbon footprint are gone. This is the MG ZS EV, and for the base model will cost you £21,495. And that's right in the mix with other vehicles in this segment. Take off your fuel savings, road tax and maintenance costs, and you'll likely find yourself quids in. Looking over the ZS EV, you can see that SAIC, who own MG, have really put in some hard work. Shown here is the £2,000 more expensive exclusive model, and it will rival any vehicle in its segment for build, price and performance. In our opinion, this is the best battery-owned electric vehicle you can currently buy. It is phenomenally well spec. This is you've got the Excite, and then you've got the exclusive, which is the next model up, and that's what this is, and it is really well spec'd. So it comes with a host of safety features, which I'll just pop in at the bottom there. It's got rear collision sort of awareness, so if somebody pulls across the back of you, you can see that. Comes with a reversing camera. The list is endless. I was really surprised when I sat there and listened to the specifications come out. This is going to be a very short drive. We're literally driving around the streets of London, so it's going to be nothing fast. It's going to be just very much a case of me and Gary Whittaker just talking about it, basically. The specs are brilliant. The price is £21,500 for the base model. It's £23,500. First 1,000 customers get a free home charger, which is a nice little touch.
Yeah. So that price is for the first 1,000 customers, aren't they?
The what? Sorry.
That price was for the first 1,000.
For the first 1,000 customers, yeah. For the first 1,000 customers. So it's very good. We will be doing a much more in-depth review of this car when it's out at dealers. We've got one coming for a few days, which is nice. Inside, it feels phenomenal. The touch materials here on the top of the dashboard, these are soft touch. It's soft touch leatherette kind of thing. Yeah. It feels really impressive. On the doors, now this is hard plastic just here. If you can see that just there, that's hard plastic, and the same the other side. But across the dash, it's nice soft touch. Got some nice funky Cortina style vents, and when I saw those, I thought they're not going to work very well, but they actually do. They're actually quite resistive, and they stay where you point them, and you can get a lot of different angles from them. So they're nice. The screen, which I haven't really had time to play with yet, I'm going to just touch it and see what it does. So a quick go there. Menu, no, I don't know how to work that. How do we work that then, Gary?
There's some buttons on the side.
Ah, yeah, you got it.
I don't quite know what it's doing, to be honest. But
so, that changes the. Oh, that's 3D, 2D.
Back there, I think. Oh, there we go.
Ah, what about them? There we go. New route. So we're gonna have to play with that to get that figured out.
We'll probably have to play to it to get back to where we started from.
Yeah, definitely. So we've got some almost like. It looks like brushed aluminium down the centre. It's not brushed aluminium, it's plastic, but from first glance it looks good. It's so good. I feel a little bit dizzy about it because there's a lot of people not really knowing what to expect, but I can tell you that you're going to be really impressed. Cares, level 1, 2, 3. So in the centre, wow.
That's a good regen.
Yeah, that is really good regen. So in the centre, there's 3 little buttons in front of the rotational gear selector, and one says mode, which is your driving mode. So you've got sort of eco, you've got normal, and you've got sports. To the right of that, you've got a KERS button, which is your kinetic energy regeneration system, and there's 3 levels to that as well. So I've got it in sport on level 3. However, if you could see out the front, we're not going anywhere. So I don't really feel I'm going to get time to test it out. The panoramic roof is huge. It makes it feel...
It's very light, isn't it?
Yeah, it makes it feel like a car much bigger. So yeah, really impressed. Now, I've got a GoPro mounted just there. I want to open the sunroof, but I'm a bit dubious. Let's have a...
Oh, yeah, cool.
Oh.
Front opening.
Oh, that's brilliant. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can... I can't move the camera because the camera's so squashed up against the steering wheel, and that's amazing.
nice. And yeah,
That is so good. And then to close it, all the way back.
excellent.
It is excellent. So the instrument binnacle is analog, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I don't mind analog. I think I'd prefer the TFT. I mean, wouldn't we all? But I'm okay with it. I mean, we've been driving the Model S now with the TFT for years, and I wouldn't mind going back to this. I don't think it'd be hard. It's also got a sort of a hill hold, or if you can see the dash, I'm hoping you'll be able to see it from the GoPro. There's a little park light that's just come on, and that's telling me that the brakes are held on until I press the throttle, and when I press the throttle, it comes off and away it goes. A little bit of a jump there, isn't there?
Yeah,
little bit of a jump. Yeah.
Imagine having the brake hold's great. I mean, it's something the I-Pace doesn't do particularly well with that.
Absolutely. Gary's got an I-Pace and it doesn't have that feature, so yeah, very good. The sat nav, which is a 3D configuration, is actually very good. Yeah. It sort of shows the buildings, and it seems just to be a little bit more advanced than Google Maps, I'd say. But yeah,
it's a nice display actually.
It is.
It
is a nice display.
A lot of information.
The heater controls. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You should do. The heater controls are analog, and I actually prefer that. I mean, I've got used to the Model S now being touch button, but actually I can lean down without looking at it, and I can turn things up and I can turn things down. I can control the heat. So, and you get a nice little screen that comes up as you do that, which shows you what's selected. So, if I turn that down again, now I'm all the way up. So that's the temperature. So I'm moving the wrong one. That's what I've been trying to do.
Turn the speed down.
It's got a PM 2.5 filter as well, which is nice, because nice. We get lots of PM 2.5, don't we? Especially around here.
Yeah. Almost fire defence. Almost.
So the battery, 44.5 kilowatt hours. Now, I didn't get a chance to ask the PR guy if that was the usable figure or whether that was the mass figure. So, but I will do. Oh, he sort of just come in. He wasn't even on the crossing, was he?
No, he wasn't on the crossing.
Also, on that note, it's got pedestrian warning and bicycle warning, hasn't it?
Really advanced.
On its kind of pro pilot sort of setup
Pilot.
thing. What's it called?
MG Pilot.
MG Pilot. Yeah, that's what it's called. MG Pilot. So yeah, very, very good. It's the most advanced car that MG have made ever, even when it was British owned, and also this. The ZS was made from the ground up as an EV as well as an internal combustion model from its first production, from its inception. So they've thought it through. This is no place to test a car, is it?
No.
I want to give it a quick boost of acceleration. I'm thinking actually that you might be able to see the clocks from the GoPro.
Yeah. Right.
Oh. That actually moves.
Yeah.
If you look down into the centre here, there's two nice little cup holders with a sort of a retractable cover, which is nice, and then directly behind that, covered in your sort of fake leather with stitch, you've got a nice little cubby hole, which is also very nice. If I go behind the driver's seat, storage there, and the sort of cup holders and the door bins are actually rather large. There's enough space there to sort of wang a bottle in there and chuck a phone in there and all that business. Underneath, which we've already seen, is we've got two USBs. It's sort of got like a split area, a split dash. And then I'm just going to give it a quick squirt off the... Oh, my word.
It goes, doesn't it?
Wow.
It definitely pulls.
Wow, I was quite pleased by that. And then let's stop it.
And it stops all right.
Yeah, it does. It stops really well. The steering wheel has a sort of a chunky kind of feel to it, where it's... I don't know, it just gives you that sort of confidence when you feel quite a chunky steering wheel, doesn't it? It's a nice feel. See what the horn's like? Yeah, horn's nice and nice tone. It's not too Mickey Mousey either, with the, you know, like the very... Yeah. Have you heard of Twizzy?
Yeah,
when
Twizzy. The thing I'm noticing is the quietness of the indicators.
Yes.
The I-Pace indicators are so loud.
Have a listen to these.
Yeah, that's perfect.
There we go. What I'm really conscious of as I'm driving through London is the light.
Yeah.
The light that's coming through from you can probably see it on the video. It's so airy. It's got such a good feel to it, but it doesn't feel that. No, it does. Well, it does. It does feel bloody massive.
Yeah, it's a big.
It does. Yeah, you look in the back there. It's acres of space.
Yeah.
I think you would happily get a couple of 6-footers in there at least, and then maybe a child between them. Really good space. Something else which is quite apparent is the road noise, and it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's quiet enough.
Yeah, it is quiet enough. I thought it was going to be worse than that as being quite heavy, but no, it's nice, and it's more than acceptable, I think, for a car of this weight and size. If you were driving a Qashqai with a rattly old diesel engine, I can tell you it'd be noisier than this. Much noisier. Interestingly, actually, visibility is good because I am having to look everywhere, and I can see everywhere. It's the rear visibility, in particular. Actually, look out the back there, Gary.
Yeah, that is exceptional.
Yeah, that is really good. I can see everything.
I'm used to having no rear visibility, so that's really impressive. I tell you, the other thing, seats, comfort.
Good point. The seats Gary's just mentioned there is they're actually really comfortable, and for the whole time that I've been driving, I haven't noticed them. So that's surely a good sign. They are heated as well, but yeah, they've got good support down on the squab at the side there, and good on the bolsters as well. So another tick in the box.
I think long journeys will be fine, and they also absorb quite a bit of the bumps. They're very soft.
Do you think that's the seats or the suspension?
I think the seats feel very soft.
Yeah.
It's also suspension as well. It doesn't feel. I mean, we've been going over some pretty rough ground, and it hasn't felt like it.
It is fantastic to drive. Yeah. It really is. I'm so impressed by it. It feels a lot more quality, a much more expensive car than it actually is. I didn't think it was going to be this good at all. I really didn't, and more to the point of it's great for the consumer, but actually if we're able to buy this at this price for the industry, this is gonna mix things up.
Yeah, because
wiper test.
Hey.
Can you hear those?
Very quiet. Everything's really quiet. That's the thing I've noticed.
It's quieter than the Model S.
Yeah. Probably not quite as quiet as on the I-Pace, but it's definitely quiet. It feels a very quality car. Build quality is good.
Something else that normally gets me is A-pillars.
Yeah.
And the A-pillars actually are really narrow. They're quite. There's no impact on visibility around there. And next to it, you've got this huge mirror that just shows you everything. You can see right across the road the other way, through the rear windscreen and the other side.
I mean, the other thing on visibility is the B-pillar. Because if you're doing the E-Nero...
Oh, yeah, like this.
Yeah, you can't see past the pillar on the E-Nero.
No, that's true. There's got to be a bad point.
Yeah.
There's got to be something.
Range?
So, in terms of range, if I just flick this button here, it'll say it says 146 to empty. It's lost 1 bar off the battery. And in the city, it's saying, what was it, Gary?
163 miles combined on WLTP.
So 161 miles combined.
163.
163 combined, and
for it's 163 combined, 231 city.
A 231 city. So if you're popping around the city all day, you can get really good range.
Yeah.
There's the key. So you've got keyless entry. You can open the boot and you can lock it. That's about all you can do with that. You've got a little button on the door. So when you approach or when you leave, quick flick of the button and away you go. I need to jump in the back and just see what the leg room's like, but it actually the back looks really comfortable, and it looks really spacious. Yeah. It's surprisingly spacious, and God, so airy. Yeah. Apparently there is a blind with just, one touch that, and then I've got to stop it. I love that.
Blind.
I love that blind. That's excellent.
Yeah.
And then
I'll tell you what we were talking about.
One touch the other way.
You were talking about flashing logos on the front, which is absolutely brilliant.
When it's charging, the MG badge pulses.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I was saying that's something which you don't know until you've driven an EV how important that is to
No.
actually tell you charging. The iPace doesn't do
Absolutely.
it, for example. The iPace stops flashing as soon as it's plugged in.
Yes.
And you've no idea if it's continuous flashing. And we know CCS chargers fail.
Yes.
So
They do.
knowing it's charging is quite reassuring.
So I'm going to wrap it up there. I think that I speak for us both. That the experience we've had, although it's been short and it's been in London at 15 miles an hour max, it's been very good. It's been positive. The build is good. The drive is nice. And I think you wouldn't go far wrong with one of these. I think if you're definitely if you're in a Qashqai, I'd be swapping it for one of these.
Yeah,
Just on the reliability principles anyway. So
and you save a hell of a lot of money.
yeah, definitely. So we'll leave it there, and we'll see you on our next episode. So thanks for watching, and see you soon.
See you.